Hey film lovers, what's the last good movie that you watched? Better yet, what's the last good indie movie that you watched? I know, it's a hard question to answer because good indie films are completely buried on platforms that focus on mass catalogs rather than discoverability for artists, which means indies are very hard to find unless they've been recommended to you by your cinephile friend. Well, I've got great news for you. There's a new free streaming platform, Yow.tv, dedicated to bringing you the best library of curated independent films, series, and even shorts. Join the growing community and sign up today. Experience the new indie at Yow.tv. That's YOW.tv.
Power, again, what would I do with that power? You know, what if I was a cop? I would like to think that I would intervene in these situations where it's like, this woman is 80 years old. We can't be manhandling an old lady or putting, zip ties on a kid or something. Yeah. Like, I would like to think that I would do something different with that power.
Filmmaker Magazine presents Back to One with Peter Rinaldi.
Kevin Corrigan is an actor. He was the very first guest on this podcast, and he has returned 7 times. This is his 8th episode. He sat down with me on the Upper West Side of Manhattan to talk about the work.
Kevin, it has been 399 days since we sat down together. What?
Is that a prime number? I don't expect me to answer that. I just thought, what kind
Wasn't
of
the
number?
question yet.
Okay.
Wasn't the question. What has happened to you in these past 399 days that has somehow, even incrementally, advanced your acting instrument?
Well, I had a job. I did have a job this year. And I did feel like that knocked me around a little bit.
Ooh. Where was this?
And it's kind of reset me in a way.
Sounds good.
Because it was not like a comfort zone for me.
Yeah.
Or it's not the kind of part I typically play. Well, the character's occupation is not what I like. The characters I play are not usually detectives.
Yeah, you usually
that
play
sounded
what?
funny, doesn't it?
What, you usually play drug dealers?
Just the idea, right?
Schmucks. What? What do you play?
Yeah, so usually the perp, the
perp.
the pot dealer.
Yeah.
In 2025, do we really have pot dealers?
No.
So, yeah, criminals. But
so wait. First things first. When you find out you're going to be a detective, you're not used to it. Do you go and study what detectives do?
I got advice from a friend of mine who I met, a longtime friend. One of the great things about this business, you make lifelong friends. If you, who left the business in the early 90s and became first a 911 operator, and then became took the cop test in New York, became a New York City cop. Wow. Was a cop for 10 years, and then became a detective. Oh. And was a detective so he was in law enforcement for about 15 years altogether. And then he had some health issue. He had a heart attack, and then he was forced to quit, retire, and I think he was ready to anyway. He was ready to leave New York, move to Sarasota. Good friend of mine, and he was a writer too. So he was like such a good actor that he couldn't be a professional actor. He had to become like a cop for real. You know what I mean? Like that's how you knew he was a great actor. Yeah, it's like he couldn't apply his sense of dedication to acting, but he was able to apply it to this to the police work. But he was a great is a guy who reads a lot too, and writes a lot, and writes screenplays. So I needed to know what to wear for the audition. I had a self-tape appointment. I needed to know what to wear. I thought that's the least I can do.
Yeah.
Because I the lines are the lines, you know. And there are some clues in there in the words, but I need to make a visual presentation, right. You know, like that's how I felt anyway.
Do you do that for everything? I remember my uncle, who was an actor. He used to go a step beyond, and people used to make fun of him. He used to like literally dress as the character for the audition. Like if it was a barber, he'd go in with a barber outfit on, and he'd get cast in. Like he'd get so much work. They don't know how to make the mental leap. Like they need it. Like it helps to have a visual aid.
It does.
And they could see you in the costume. Well, that's what he thought. Do you think that?
Robert De Niro used to have a composite photo. He didn't have a typical headshot like every other actor. He had an 8x10 that was divided into 4 squares, and in each one is dressed as a different character. Because
that used to be common back in the day, I think.
I mean, when you think of him doing it,
it's insane.
And you look at it. This is like was the 60s, you know?
Yeah.
Cut to like 1983. I still have like a pullout from the Daily News or something, the Sunday magazine, and he was, you know, he's like a global superstar actor, and there's this whole spread. It's a composite imagery of him from Mean Streets, him in The Deer Hunter, him in New York. He's a jazz saxophonist, he's a taxi driver, he's a boxer, he's Raging Bull. He looks totally different in every picture. And we're in awe. But when you look at his 8x10 from 1965 or something, where he's like, you know, a grocery store clerk, and he's a doctor or something. And it's like this. Look at this. This guy's never going to get hired, you know?
This poor guy trying so hard.
So hard to show himself off as like get this guy, you know, a versatile actor here. But he was, and as far as like dressing for the part, for the audition, I mean, that's what they tell you to do now, I think. You do end up doing a lot of the work on your own. Someone posted some video about how they're exploiting our DIY, do it yourself, the DIY ethos, the DIY approach is being used against actors and creatives now. You end up doing everything. Yeah. There's no in-person casting anymore.
Yeah. But wait, what did your friend say about to wear?
So he said, and this is before I even sent him the material, because we started to like, he responded to me right away. It was like 9 a.m. My appointment was at noon. He said there were there were all kinds of detectives, you know. There were you got your family man guy detective, you have your divorced slob, depressed guy, got your horn dog detective, because you're probably more in the the divorced slob category. So what you want to wear is like get a really, wrinkled, messed up shirt. Get a blazer that your ex-wife gave you. Have a tie that is just, you never undo it. You just put it, take it off the doorknob like a daily noose. You just and this guy, and you're interrogating. Oh, so then I did send him the material, and he goes, "You're interrogating this guy. Just be really pissed off, just you got to go and like take a big steamer, and this guy's like holding you, keeping you from going and like doing your business, and it's just like you're constipated and you're pissed off, and let that guide you. Let that take you where it will, and I found all of the clothes that I needed. I had just moved into this place. There were boxes everywhere. They were sitting there for months. And I just knew if I went in and tore open one of those boxes that there was going to be the stuff that I needed. I found a shirt. I found a jacket. I found a tie. I had a black eye actually from well, there was some discoloration. It was because of some dental procedure I had the week before. The swelling was out to here, but it had gone down. And all was left was this black eye, this little shiner under my right eye. Yeah. And I almost went into the CVS on the way to my tape guy's apartment to get some makeup to cover it up, but I was running late, and I figured, that's not necessary. Who cares?
Yeah.
I'll go
He's
in there.
He's got to shine.
Yeah. And they liked it. They actually ended up wanting me to have that in the. I got the part because I dressed up as the character.
Yeah. That had to play a big part, right?
Yeah. It was. When I think of cops, I think of TV cops. I don't like the guy who gave me this. These tips. He's a real cop, or was. But, I think of like Cal Linden and Ron Glass. I think of like Barney Miller. I think of those guys. I walk in like just thinking of like the, what they say about attention spans,
Yeah.
And actors get the job in the first 10 seconds or they don't. You go on, if you post a video or something on Instagram and you look at the analytics of your post, it'll tell you exactly when people start getting bored.
Yeah.
And like it happens in seconds. It'll tell you from the beginning of the video to 10 seconds in, there's a line. It goes down. It's a chart. It's a and it's you have to. What do you have to do to keep people's attention? They're on the run. They have no attention span.
That's right.
You would think that's another way of saying dumb people,
right? With
no attention span. It's smart people who have no attention span.
That's right. I think you might be onto something there. But listen, if you want somebody's attention and you want to tickle the algorithm, just get a blonde, put her in a very, very low cut thing, and you're all set. I mean, it's very easy.
You're telling me.
This is real. This is the reality of the world. If you want to tickle that algorithm, that's the way to do it.
Yes. Well, that's beginning of time. Since the beginning of time, it's just the same.
That's right.
The same lures and snares.
All right, wait. So you said that...
We're not taping, are we?
You said that something happened during this. It was difficult. Or what did you say? It kicked your butt a little bit.
Yeah.
This experience. I want you to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, and I can't tell... I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name of the show.
You don't even have to say the name of the show. We don't care about stuff like that.
My first day on it was my second day of work. But it was a big scene, and I underestimated how long it was going to take to shoot it. I mean, it was like a 4-page scene. It was pretty long. Mm-hmm. 3 characters, including the star of the show, and the audition. It was the audition. It was the scene that I auditioned with. So
The
I
interrogation.
thought, yes. And I did some, I just did a very, I kind of looked over the scene the night before we filmed it and thought, this is all going to come back to me. It's all going to be like, because I got the part.
Yeah.
But what I forgot was that I when I made the audition tape, I was reading off of a teleprompter, and I thought I knew the lines, and I didn't really know them 100%.
Oh.
Because that's the routine I've gotten into with my tape guy.
Oh.
It just helps him, and it helps both of us.
Sure.
He's got other clients. It's like, let's just put this stuff on the monitor. It'll
Yeah.
help things go faster. And you get good at reading off the teleprompter.
Yeah.
And, you're watching, CNN or Fox, whatever, side of it you're on, and people are always attacking the other side for using a teleprompter. And it's like, I was about 60% off book. The teleprompter helped. I can make it look like I'm not reading the words.
Yeah.
That's a skill in itself. Right. But it doesn't
But it's
really
non-existing on set.
When you get the job, unless it's 1971 and you're on the set of The Godfather,
And you got what's his name
and you're Marlon
taped
Brando
on his chest.
Yeah.
Right.
it doesn't work for anyone else but him.
Yeah. And Eric Roberts. Eric Roberts doesn't go anywhere without his cue card guy.
Oh my God! I had the side pages.
Yeah.
Those don't help you either. You can't go on camera with your sides.
Yeah.
They go in the back pocket, and then like someone comes over. Can you take those out of your back pocket? We can see it. We can see the sides sticking out of your back pocket.
And then you're like, well, wait, what am I going to do though? Because those are my lines.
Because I have a psychic connection with the sides.
Yeah.
At least if they're on my person.
But wait, I'm going to venture a guess here, Kevin. You've cultivated a way of doing this where tell me if I'm wrong. Now, maybe I'm giving you too much of a benefit of a doubt here, but
you are.
You actually want to barely know the lines because of the style that you act in. Am I correct?
No.
Fuck.
I want to know the lines. I'm just too lazy to learn them. I think you should know the lines. You should know them backward. You should get your scene partner, and you should do everything together, doing those lines. Take the subway out to Coney Island doing the lines.
Yeah.
Rent a boat in Central Park. Go rowing in the lake for couple of hours, doing the scene backward and forward, switch roles.
Yeah.
Just make it so that, now, have I done that? No. But I'm telling you, you should.
Okay, but have you had trouble, like serious trouble, in other cases with lines like this?
Yeah, I mean, I should say, look, If you look at my search history, among other things, you'll find that I've gone to a site that says how to stop putting yourself down. And everything I've just been saying is just that. Now, I did a good job that day,
Yeah.
And it was tense. I was forgetting my lines because they wanted me to do the scene faster than I was doing it. And I didn't think I was taking like really long pauses or anything, or like I know I'm on I did kind of think, well, they'll fix a lot of this in the editing. They'll tighten it up if it's going too slow.
Yeah.
But they needed at least one take, all the way through.
Swift. Yeah.
And so, I had to get from page 1 to page 5 without a cut, without a break, and I did need like about 5 or 10 minutes at some point to go away and really cram.
That must have been very stressful.
Yeah, it was sometimes you just feel like it might be you. There might be some tension in the room, and you're paranoid. You think you're the asshole. Well, in this case, it really was me. I was holding things up.
Right.
And there's like 80 people on this particular set.
Yeah.
And there's like a lot at stake because it's like a Amazon show or something, you know, like, and I was mortified. I was scared.
Yeah.
You know, I was scared that I wasn't going to be able to pull it off. I'm like, they're giving me time to go away and learn this shit. But I'm going to come. I'm like, I'm feeling like I can't do it. Like, I want to go home. I want to go back to the Airbnb. I liked it there. I don't like it here. I don't feel comfortable. I'm not cut out for this. And it was a real fight. It was like it was like rush hour. It was like going through like a crowd, but it was all mental. It was just like, get out of my way, get out of my way. But it's like I'm telling myself to get out of my way. Get like I'm in my own way here, in the most classic sense.
Yeah.
I need help. I need help. I'm sinking here. It's like this is quicksand. It's hot. This is dangerous. This isn't gonna be something I can, sleep with,
Right.
This is going to keep me awake. And anyway, I thought this has got to be what the character is thinking.
Well, I was just going to say, most things are useful in the moment to the actor, right? Whatever you're going through as Kevin can be used in the moment. But is this useful in the moment? This kind of fear that is literally about the work and about the inability to actually do what needs to be done. Like, that feels like scary beyond any other kind of nervousness.
Yeah, I don't think it didn't have to be that way.
Yeah.
And for the most part wasn't, from that point on.
You mean every time you came back to set, you were good?
I tried to be prepared and to come to work with ideas.
Yeah.
That's the thing, But I remember, I've had this trouble before. I had it all my life, and I'm thinking like back in the 90s, back 1997, I was in like a short film. It was actually Anne H. directed it. It was her movie. Huh. It was her script, and I came to work one day totally unprepared, and it wasn't good. And I made up for it the next day.
Yeah. How did she handle it?
She just gave me some time to try and like get my shit together.
Okay. Nice.
And then I had one more day of work the next day, and I came in and I was off book. Mm-hmm. And I had ideas, and she said that. She goes, "This is wonderful. This is,
Yeah.
This is great. An idea. You just gave, it's like, what if I do this?" Like I had like it was like hot out. We were filming in Santa Monica. I was like doing something with my tie. I was like, "Can I do this? Can I do that?" She goes, "You can do anything you want. This is what you weren't doing yesterday. You didn't have any ideas yesterday. You had no clue what we were doing. Today, now you know what's, do that thing with your tie, and, blah, blah."
Well, isn't it true then, like, that this is about, it's like when you don't have the lines at your access, you're not able to fully be a collaborator.
That's
because
true.
it's also about ideas, like she's saying, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It ought to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the opposite. You might have too many ideas for somebody's taste. The producer, the director, or your co-star might be like, can you have less ideas? Can you kind of just do what, everything we need to do is like, it's just spelled out. You don't need to, we know you're a genius, so,
But you survived.
I did. I got through. I got through it.
Now, Kevin, here's what I want to know. What are your top 10 least favorite acting tips?
Oh, no. Oh, God. I sent that to you, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Oh, brother.
How about your top 5?
My least favorite acting tips. Well, didn't I write them down?
No.
I didn't send you what they were?
No.
Oh, God.
What's your top 2 least favorite acting tips?
Well, I'll say my least favorite direction is have fun. That's number 1.
Wait, why is that so bad? I mean, we know why, but tell it.
It's just, it's like telling somebody to calm down.
Ooh, very good. Yes.
And
we all know that that's so annoying.
And it doesn't work.
Right.
It doesn't.
It might even make things worse.
It does make things worse. It always does. And
you might have been having actual fun until he said, have fun.
Have fun. Have fun. What did you think I was doing?
Yes.
This is my idea of a good time. I see these ice raids and I see people like Pete Hegseth and Christy Noem on TV, or I see cops, law enforcement, people, know if they're law enforcement or not, roughing people up.
Right.
We're seeing all this footage, right? It makes me wonder what I would do with that power.
Yes.
And that's what an actor has to decide. It has occurred to me that that's what an actor has to decide. What would you do with power? So when we're talking about this detective, like, okay, so you think everyone's going to see like, that guy is not a cop, well, neither was Hal Linden,
Yeah.
He's like a song and dance man.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken's not a cop. He does step into the role. He does step into that power.
Yeah.
Or he maybe you already have power that you bring to a role. Maybe people who become cops already have power.
Yeah.
And they're looking for something to do with their lives, and they think, I'll take the fucking exam. I'll be a cop. I think they already are cops, before they become cops.
Mm-hmm.
And actors are already the characters they play before they even get the audition. I think miscasting is real. Or you can get miscast in something, but people will never forget you as that character.
Right. And maybe because you were miscast, it actually makes you unforgettable.
Yeah, I think of supposedly like Dennis Christopher in Breaking Away, like he's the guy who thinks he's Italian.
Yeah.
They wanted like a real macho guy to play that part.
Wow.
And then he got the part, and like his story about working on Breaking Away is a lot like Al Pacino's story playing Michael Corleone in The Godfather. He's like, I thought they were going to fire me. It's like the same. Dennis Christopher tells a very similar story. Like he's like, I thought they were going to fire me. Like the producer didn't see a guy like me playing this role.
Huh.
And it's like, what? You're that guy put that movie in a time capsule. Like,
that's right.
You're Dave Stoller. You're the guy.
Yeah.
So this whole thing about what would you do with power? It did occur to me at one point that what would I do? Like just watching this, like these people, these fucking guys down at the courthouse on Lafayette Street, waiting for people who want to do it the right way. You know, go about their immigration process the right way, and they're doing it, and they're still getting fucking picked off by these motherfuckers, these guys, waiting for them. Like, and it's like the power struggle. There are people who fight back, who come back at these guys. And it's always, you know, the most vulnerable people who are like, you know, what the fuck are you going to do to me that hasn't already been done to me, you know? And it's like, what would I do if I was in a situation like that on either side of it? If I was like a protester, like really down there, you know, in front of the SUV or the tank or whatever, and what if I was the official, the law enforcement person, the cop? What would I do? What would I do with that power? But it just hit me like that was my problem playing this detective. Like, I don't want to just be Wojciechowicz from Barney Miller. I want to be convincing as I can be. You know, it's like it's already stacked against me because, you know, for one, my own insecurity about, you know, no one's going to believe me it's a job. Just you have to bring a sense of authority to just walking out the door every day. If I had an acting class, I'd probably have people do a sense memory exercise. Like, put yourself behind the wheel of the car. Be you driving. It liberates people to be inside of a car, behind the wheel. You know, the stream of vulgarities that come out of you when you're in a traffic jam or someone's trying to get in front of you, you know? And you're there like, not today, motherfucker, not today. You fucking look at this son of a bitch. It's just like, it's so, you know, I think venting that kind of rage can do something to your chemistry, you know?
That's true.
But I feel that when you're going into a role, into an acting job, you should bring that sense of chaos or anarchy or rage or willpower. You know, it's just like you're not trying to overpower the people you're working with, but you want to bring some kind of leverage. You know, you want to at least, you know, pretend to know what you're talking about. Which is all anybody does today.
That's
you
right.
know,
Sometimes that's all you
they
have
put
to
on
do.
a show. You know, they put on a show of knowing. And even when it's so obvious that they don't know.
Kevin, here's another thing you texted me that you wanted to talk about. Kid who holds onto the ball at the end of Bad News Bears.
Oh yeah. I was thinking of like power again. What would I do with that power? You know, what if I was a cop? I would like to think that I would intervene in these situations where it's like, this woman is 80 years old. We can't be manhandling an old lady or putting, you know, zip ties on a kid or something. Like, I would like to think that I would do something different with that power than what these men are doing. Like, what are they thinking? And so, yes, I was thinking about the scene in the Bad News Bears where this kid, his father is played by Vic Morrow. And Vic Morrow is like, I think slaps him in front of everybody. His kid is like the pitcher on the team that's playing the Bears, right? And Vic Morrow goes out there and just like he thinks he's Billy Martin or something. He thinks it's the World Series, and the next pitch, it's a grounder or a line drive or whatever it is, right to him, and he can end the game. They're just 1 out away. He decides to hold on to the ball. And then his father his whole team, they come out onto the field and attack him. They pile on top of him, trying to get the ball out of his glove, while the Bears are scoring and they're catching up.
Yeah.
I just loved that moment. You know, that's like power. That kid had all the power at that point. And so I thought of that, and I thought of the scene in Goodfellas where.
The lucky hat.
Yes, where Lois is there with, I need to go home and get my hat. I can't fly without it.
Yeah.
And Henry Hill's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Do you know what we're involved with here? She goes, I don't care. It's my lucky hat. I don't fly without it. The power that she holds in that moment. So...
But this is a good thing for writers to think about, because when you think about power and you think about, like, everyone thinks about these stupid superhero movies and these extreme situations, but these that you just described are real life situations of power that are brought down to the micro level, that is so relatable and so the impact is so huge. I mean, one can, like, if I recall, like, that's part of what happened, why Henry Hill got caught, right?
That was it.
Yeah, he
brought him down.
He had to go back and get.
That's how much power.
I mean, that brought the whole movie to an end. I mean, the whole story of this entire saga.
That was it,
right? And the Bad News Bears, right? That thing too. Did they win that?
I think they ended up like. I think the Bears end up. They might have lost. They're like one run short. Yeah. I mean, they're losing like 8-0. They catch up like it's 8-7, but they still lose.
Yeah. That's the testament
still,
to the 70s movies.
What happens to the kid who got slapped?
Oh yeah.
He walks off the field. He leaves the game.
Yeah.
Or he brings the ball over to his old man and just drops it.
Oh yeah.
Like he drops a mic, and he just drops the ball right in front of him and walks off the field with his mother.
They don't make movies like this no more, man. That's just, you can have a whole offshoot about that guy's life when he goes home.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. All of the kids in those movies back then.
Yep.
Like Roy Scheider's kids in Jaws.
Yeah.
Or Richard Dreyfuss's kids in Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah. Yeah, or even all the kids in E.T. Right? They really 100%. Are alive.
They're real. They're so real.
Yeah. Wait. I didn't know you worked with Diane Keaton. I didn't know you were in the Lemon Sisters.
Yes.
Do you have anything about her in that one little scene?
Well, the scene, it's the only scene I have in the movie.
Yeah.
And it's the scene I auditioned with. And the audition was way better. Because I was telling a friend of mine about it. Like right after she passed, I was saying, did I ever tell you I was in a movie with her? He's like, no, what movie? And I gave him all the information. And within a minute, he found the scene on YouTube and sent it to me. I'm like, where'd you get this? YouTube. I'm like, it never occurred to me to look it up.
Yeah.
But it's there. Or maybe he extracted it somehow. The Lemon Sisters were about 3 sisters whose father owned a TV museum on the Asbury Park boardwalk.
Right.
And in this scene, some guys come in off the boardwalk, I guess, or off the street, and they think it's a joke. They think it's pathetic, and they start messing around with all of the things on display, like Art Carney's original hat and vest that he wore on the Honeymooners, and things like that. And she's like, "What are you doing? That's a collector's item. That's history." And he's like, "What are you talking about? This stuff isn't important." That's the scene. Like he basically comes in and just like makes fun of her father's passion, and she's inherited this business that's making no money.
Yeah.
So I went to audition for that. The casting director was had an office in the Empire State Building, and I went and I made Diane Keaton laugh. You know, I just went up there and I was off book. You know, I was like it was only a page long. It wasn't that hard. It was just you know, she's the way she is on like Letterman or something, you know? Like when you see Diane Keaton on Letterman, she's already having a good time. She's already like kind of laughing about something.
Yeah.
You know, and Letterman's like, what's going on there? She's like, oh no, I just, you know, I just forget about it. And he's like, you know, like that. She pulls you, she draws you into her. She just had this inner life that was seemed like a riot. It seemed like it was fun to be her, and it was just like that. As soon as I walked in the door, she was being like that.
Oh wow!
And I was being like that too. I was acting as if I had just heard like a really funny joke.
Two people laughing,
and we were both kind of like smiling and
yeah.
We're like, what? I'm like, no, it's nothing. And we were just like, okay, should we read? Like, yes, we should read. Let's read the scene. And we read the scene, and she started cracking up.
So wait,
because I'm like,
were you a big fan then of her?
I had a crush on her.
Okay, this must have been amazing to make her laugh.
Oh, it was the best thing that's ever happened.
Yeah.
In my whole career. I never get to talk about it because the movie bombed.
I remember it being on a lot though on TV.
Really? It was fun to work on. It was, but anyway, I never really got to talk about that. About, you know, I never got to tell my Diane Keaton story until she passed. You know.
Yeah.
But I did run into her once after that. So that was like 1988. I saw her again in 1996 or 7. I was working on a TV show called Pearl with Rhea Perlman. It was a show starring Rhea Perlman and Malcolm McDowell and Lucy Liu and me. It ran for one season, 22 episodes. Anyway, at some point there was a party out at Rhea and Danny DeVito's house in Malibu. So we went out to the party. And Diane Keaton showed up at that party, and when she saw me, she remembered me from the Lemon Sisters, and she was like, "How's it going with the show?" I'm like, "It's going good." You know? She goes, "Oh well, I'm going to come see the taping on Friday," and I was like, "Oh no!" She goes, "Yeah, the acting police." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Wow.
But I didn't see her after. I didn't see her at the taping. I don't know if she actually came or not, but. She said she was going to come, but I really felt like I knew her. You know, like I always felt like a affinity with her. You know, like.
So what happens when somebody like that dies, Kev? Somebody that you worked with, but that's bigger than life. You know what I mean for you. Yeah, but their work lives on. Like, do you? It's got to be a weird thing where it's like it's different than a friend, right? It's different even than like a coworker. It's like somebody who is iconic that you had a little bit of nice moments with, then suddenly they're gone.
You got to keep going, I guess. You know, or it's you know, not that you have a choice. Look, someone said something about Diane Keaton that was very profound. I would like to read it, if I may. The sadness of her passing runs deep because we haven't just lost an icon, we've lost a voice that spoke to our humanity. Her laugh, her warmth, and her spirit will echo through generations of actors and audiences who found courage and inspiration in her work. Diane Keaton wasn't just a star, she was a constellation all her own. Bold, brilliant, endlessly original, she leaves behind a legacy that will continue to shine as one of cinema. So I agree with all of that.
Yeah.
She defied convention, refused to conform, turned eccentricity into elegance.
Oh, that's good.
Through her signature hats, her wit, her unshakable sense of self, she reminded the world that authenticity is power. There's that thing about power again, and that being different is something to be proud of. Being different is something to be proud of, and this whole there's a war against that now, against being different, diversity.
Yep.
So that's what it means to me when Diane Keaton dies, is that goes away.
Yeah.
And it's already been going away since the Trump administration.
Yeah.
All those things, he's made a point of getting rid of that stuff. So it's like Diane Keaton's passing is not a coincidence. Now she's 79. She was my mom's age when my mom died. She should have lived another 20 years.
Yep.
Diane Keaton. You work hard on the things that you want.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can overplay your hand. You can work too hard on something. Or you can really be sweating it out. And it's like, look, you're going to blow this thing, man. You're too nervous,
Mm-hmm.
You could get this part. But if you're going to, get to the point where you can't fucking breathe.
Yeah.
It's like someone who is going to just walk in, who's not sweating it like that, who's not nervous about it and not really taking it that seriously.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get the part. I mean, you can control your audition now if you're doing like self-tapes.
Yeah.
You can relax. You can
relax. There's no weird room you have to walk into.
You can control it, but it's like kind of when you have that much freedom to control the environment and control how the audition and the space and the energy. And you're still nervous and you're still uptight, which I often find myself kind of like, do I really want this thing?
Right.
That's where it comes into like, I have an opportunity here. So many actors just can't get this audition.
Yeah.
They just want a chance to read. And it's like, this is, it really makes me think, what are you doing? This is power. Mm-hmm. And you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Do you? You're nervous. You're short of breath. You're uncertain.
Yeah.
Is it because? Why is that? You're not. You're smart enough. You're. Did you not fucking read the script? Did you not think about it? Did you not come up with some ideas?
Yeah.
And if you didn't, why? Were you bored with the material? Maybe then you should just pass on this,
Yeah.
Or if you're just being lazy, figure out, you got to recenter yourself and figure out what the priority is.
Yes.
You're probably not going to get the job, but you need a job.
Yeah.
And you need to demonstrate some integrity here.
Yeah.
Don't blow it off. Don't blow it, and don't say you don't know.
Yes.
Or don't say you don't care. How might it be part of your destiny? What if you got the part? It's like, what would you do if you had the job? What would you do if you had that power? What would you do if you had decision making? What if you could? I don't know. It's hard to just asking those questions helps you to entertain the possibility.
Yeah.
And you can feel it kind of moving around inside your chest. This sense of a sensation starts to build.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Well, if it was up to me, you're asking me? You're giving me permission? Like, yes. The job is yours. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
What would you do? You sort of tempt the moment to come to you.
Yeah.
As an actor, trying to make the scene work. It's sometimes it can be like trying to figure out a fucking crossword puzzle. What's a 5-letter word for whatever? So dumb.
Kevin, what are you looking forward to in 2026?
Looking forward to that show coming out that I've been talking about, that I'm not saying the title of,
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to getting another job like that, where I play a series regular part where I'm a detective or something, or just some kind of like, it's like Rocky, going in for a job interview in Rocky 2. It's like, what do you want to do, Mr. Balboa? He goes, well, I'd like to be doing what you're doing, sitting behind that desk, suit and tie. It's like, well, I hope to keep asking this question, like, what would I do if I had the job, if I had the power? I want to continue to empower myself so that I can live. It's like Cassavetes says about love, and about his repertory company, his actors and his productions. He says, I think what we're trying to do here, what we try to do with each film, is to find a philosophy for the characters. And he breaks down the word philosophy. I think I've said this before on this show.
Maybe.
Philo, the study of love. These characters in all of his movies are looking for a relationship.
Yeah.
In which they can give love and receive love.
Yeah.
So that they can live, because you can't live without it. I want to do a play, and I think I'm going to do one. I'm going to do an Edward Allan Baker play called The Buffer. There I did it. There I said it. Now I have to do it now.
News. We've made news here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's my daughter was in there's a director named Suzanne Didana, who's a teacher at the Lee Strasberg Theater Institute. She directed, my daughter was a student of hers, and then she cast Sadie in a play called Face Divided. And it's a one-act play about infanticide. It's a very dark little piece. And this guy, Edward Allan Baker, a bit Shanley, a bit Sam Shepard, kind of that kind of world. Blue collar characters from Providence, Rhode Island. This play, The Buffer, is about a guy who wants to be a comedian.
What excites you about back on the stage?
It's communication. I like to, I like to connect. I like to connect with people, not just as an actor, not just on stage, and not just like, in a like a social situation. I used to think I was a shy person. I'm not really. I like to entertain people, And I don't. It doesn't always work with acting, It's kind of hit or miss with any form that I pick to try and put on a show. Like lately, I've been doing a band. I'm in a band. I don't really think of myself as a musician, but I made a record. You know, like I could have used that money to make a film, but I made an album. But that's my film. It's called NY Grimm. I think that's a good title.
Yeah.
NY Grimm. What does it mean? It's kind of a takeoff on a record title called UK Grimm by a band called Sleaford Mods. And I like that band. I was like, I want to make music like that. So me and my co-star, George, some old friend of mine, we've made music before. We've acted together. We've done all kinds of creative ventures together over the past 30 years. All of that stuff, all of our humor and all of our seriousness and all of our music taste and all of our movie taste, it's all in this album. And I got to do the album cover artwork for the record. And now we get to go out and try and sell it.
Yeah.
And promote it by performing live. Like now we're talking about Bowery Electric or, you know, the Berlin Club or, you know, these music venues. But, you know, it could be, you know, the AMT Theater on 45th Street or the Studio 17 or something. It's like, what's going on there? It's a show. You want to go? It's a show. It's a live show. Yeah. Like people go up on stage and they perform. They've staged a play. Yeah. Or they go, you know, how would you like to go see a 10-piece orchestra? You know, there's a chapel up the street from where I was staying in Toronto. It's like, I'll go watch someone play Bach on the cello. Yeah. I can't do that. I would love to go. And it's free. Yeah. Free entertainment. I like to, you know, I can play the music that I like. I'm not like a virtuoso guitar player, but I can play the kind of guitar music that I like, which is, you know, whatever you want to call it, post-punk, or early 70s Black Sabbath, you know, heavy Les Paul cranked guitar. And George writes the lyrics, you know. And
so these are original songs.
And I bring, you know, I get dressed up in outfits and I have lights on the stage.
Oh my God.
In fact, we played a week ago and I opened the show with a monologue from Life Lessons, the Scorsese movie. With Steve Buscemi as a bad downtown performance artist.
No, Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte's the painter.
Oh.
And he's
he's
dating Rosanna Arquette, and she brings him to a play.
Oh my God! I didn't know that was Buscemi. That's how long ago this was.
Yes, and
I saw it.
He's like, you know, he's the stage set is like a subway station, and he's down there, and he's like,
oh my God.
he's like, I don't know what it is, but I woke up today, and I mean, I wake up every day.
I didn't know. I haven't seen that movie since the 80s.
I woke up and it was really strange. You know, it was really, really weird because I wasn't depressed. I wasn't sad. I wasn't angry. And on the other hand, you know, I wasn't happy. I wasn't like upbeat or anything. It just felt a little even, you know. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't content. I hate that. You know, you say to someone, well, how are you? And they say, well, I'm content. It's like, well, what would you be if I smacked you? See, I'd like to be one thing or the other. But today I just woke up and I felt kind of even, you know, and I don't like it. So
that is a good Buscemi impersonation, my friend.
I had to bring something to the show. This has been, if anyone's still listening, it's just.
This is everybody's favorite episode of the year.
Kevin, you said you were also working on a Christopher Walken impersonation, doing Jonathan Richman's. Which song?
I'm Straight.
I'm Straight from Jonathan Richman. Well, I don't know if people know Jonathan Richman. They should.
I mean, people know the song I'm Straight by the Modern Lovers. He has such a distinct voice and a delivery on that song.
Yeah.
I just thought, like, what if Christopher Walken did it too? What if there was that version of it? So he's like, I called this number 3 times already today, but I got scared. I put it back in place. I put my phone back in place. I still don't know if I should have called up. Look, just tell me, why don't you, if I'm out of place, because here's your chance to make me feel awkward and wish that I had never even called up this place. I saw you today walk by with hippie Johnny. I had to call up and say how I want to take his place. So this phone call today concerns hippie Johnny. So that's someone else can take it from there.
Incredible. You've never done impersonations on this podcast. This is a first. These are incredible. Thank you.
Oh, God.
Kevin, this is the 8th annual Kevin Corrigan episode. Do you know how grateful we are, Kevin Corrigan?
How grateful are you? How grateful am I?
Extremely grateful, not as much as we are. Kevin Corrigan, thank you so much, and Merry Christmas.
Grazie, grazie. I hope there's like good things, good vibes wherever you or I or anybody listening ends up around like just like in a nice place with people that make you feel loved and who you love and who you can sit down and watch like a Diane Keaton movie with, or you know, and eat some. Make some rice pudding. Rice pudding. Make some watermelon with some lime juice, and just enjoy. It's gonna get cold out.
Yeah. Cuddle up.
Connect.
Yes.
Have a cuddle, and
Have a cuddle for Kevin.
Have a good time all the time. All right, so that's that.
Back to One is a production of Filmmaker Magazine, which is a publication of The Gotham. Listen to back episodes of this podcast at filmmakermagazine.com or wherever you get your podcasts.